Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we discuss about controller in ASP.NET Core, or you can say in MVC, right? So in controller today we have agenda like first one is what is controller. We understand about controller in detail, and after that my second point is role of controller. What are the role of controller, right? And third one is how to add new controller in our ASP.NET Core application. And fourth one is what are the action method. In controller, we have different action method, different types of action method, right? Some are parameterized, some are without parameter, right? So we are discussing in this video. And fifth one is how to call controller, right? And sixth is how to pass parameter in action method. Means suppose we have a different types of action in one controller, so how can we pass parameter from uh, particular action method. And seventh one is how many controllers can we have in one application. Suppose we have a application, so how many controller we have create in our application, right? So we also discuss this topic in our video. So next move our next slide. So uh, role of controller, right? So what is the role of controller? So controller, basically a controller is a special class with .cs extension. In C sharp we are using class file with which extension is .cs, right? So in controller we have also .cs extension, right? And we use same coding in C sharp coding in our controller. And by default controller resides in controller folder. Suppose we have a ASP.NET Core application, right? So there is three folders, right? First one is controller, and uh, uh, I have also created a view folder, right? Add here and new folder, and name is view, right? View, and third one is model. But here we are discussing only controller, about controller. So in next video we discuss about models, right? So uh, by default controller reside in controllers folder, and third one is in MVC template controller class inherited from controller class. Basically in MVC uh, there are two types of controller, web API controller and controller. So we are talking about controllers, not web API controllers, right? So in controllers, basically I mean MVC template controllers class inherited from controller class, right? So let's open the application, and here is one controller, home controller, right? Is inherited from controller class. If we go to definition and check the method, so here we have controller temp data view view data, which we have used in our controller to pass the data controller to view or controller to controller, right? In next video we discuss about temp data view and view data in details. But when we inherit our controller class, so these features we can use in our particular controller. JSON result, on action executed, on executing, on action, async partial view, return view, right? View component, dispose method. So we can, when we inherit controller uh, controller class, so we get all these methods, right? So uh, these lines are saying MVC template controller class inherited from controller class, right? So after that, what is controller? So controller basically in MVC application is a request response. uh, Basically, suppose we have a browser, right? Any user or any client have hit our URL, and this is the server. In that server we have hosted our MVC application. So first request hit by the users and go to HTTP pipeline, right? And after that send to the servers. On server we have MVC application. So in that application we have controller, model and view. The first request goes to controller, right, model and view, and then execute all the logic, backend logic, and send the response. So these are the basically features. When request came to from browser, it goes to HTTP pipeline and then send to controller, right? On controller we have defined our action method based on our written logic, executed and send the response, right? So these are basically controllers. And role of controllers: a controller is used to group actions or actions method. In one controller we can create multiple actions methods, right? Suppose add, delete, update. There are multiple action method we can create in one controller. Second point is a controller is used to handle coming HTTP request. I'm just previous slide I have show that here we receive the request and receive the request from the browser, right? And controller execute all the backend logic, right, based on written action method and send the response to the users, right? Third one is caching security. ETC can also be applied on controller level. Suppose we want to implement caching or any type of security, right, role based or authentication, authorization, right? So we also applied the same on our controller. Fourth point is the mapping of HTTP request is done using routing, right? HTTP request we have defined our routing in our controller, right? So in next, action method in controller. What are the action method in controller? All public method of controller class known as action method. Suppose we have a controller and that controller we have a different type of methods. So it's known as action method, right? Second one is because they are created for a specific action in the application. All the action method have some purpose, right? Some logic behind this. When we create any add action method, so when we receive the request or for particular action, so we have add uh, particular things in our database. So there are some purpose for all action methods, each and every action methods, right? An action method can return several types. Action method also can return many types, right? Fourth one is the mapping of the HTTP request done using routing. We already discussed about that. So after that, call and action method in controller, right? When we get HTTP call on controller, we actually getting this one on particular action method. When we receive any request from the controller, the particular by default is called index, right? After that we have defined our URLs, right? Suppose this is the website, so slash controller name and action name. These are the patterns to define our routing, right? Website name, controllers and action name, which we have written any logic in particular action, right? So here I am showing some example here. So I have created controller, right? I have created a one controller, that is city controller. You can also create like that, add controllers and add here in particular folder, whatever you want to give the name, right? Here I have created a get city, right? So when we call get all cities, the return will be all city, right? So let's run our application and see what happened in browser, right? So basically output will be all city, right? So here you can see the output for particular action, right? So these are the output is welcome, right? Basically default I have set that. So here we pass the controller name is city, and uh, this is the action name, right? So when we pass that get all city, right, get all city, so we return and we get the output all city, right? And here we have also I have written that public string get city and passing the parameter int id. Suppose you have a different type of action, right, or methods. So here we have add, here we have we have any updation behalf of any particular id, right? So we set the id and update particular records. So here these are the parameterized action methods. So here is a get city. So how can we check that? Let's open and uh, the application, and here I have get city, right? So get city, and here we pass id is 8, right? So it's a single book id equal to 8, it's printed. I have passed that return in single book id equal to which you have passed the id, right? So these are basically parameterized uh, action method, right? Call and action method in controller. So you have already discussed that. So next one is when should we create a new controller? Whenever we need to define a new group of operation into application, so we have create a new controller, right? How many controller can we have in particular ASP.NET Core application? So it depend on your application. At least one controller is required to perform operations. Maximum n number of controller can have to one application, right? It's not have any limit, right, for any for controller. So that's it for today. Thank you.